Good morning, students. I'm a geography teacher. So today we are going to discuss about the plains and types of the plains. In previous video, we started this. We already discussed about the plateaus, and this is a part of the landform of the Alps. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the plains and types of the plains and significance of the plains. So let's start. Before starting this chapter or this topic, we want to discuss about the definition of the plains. Plains are extensively flat areas of the low altitude, and they have the relief, perhaps you know, that is the 150 meters above the sea level. An important characteristic of the place is that the comparatively level and the near the level surface. So there is no such type of undulating matter should be there. Okay, plains are the most important landforms found in the earth's surface, on the earth's surface. So another terminology, you can say a plain is nothing but a low-lying, relatively flat land surface with very gentle slope at the minimum local level. About 50% of the earth's land surface, it is occupied by the plains, and most of the plains has been deposited by the sediments brought by rivers. Besides rivers, some plains have been formed by the action of the wind, moving ice, and tectonic activities. Okay, so this is all about the plains. Next come to types of the plains, okay, or the classification of the plains area. On the basis of their formation, on the basis of their, you can see the plains can be divided into 4 types. Perhaps you can see in behind me, that is the structural plane, erosional plane, and the depositional plane. Okay, so let's discuss one by one in details. First, we have to know what is the structural plane. What should be called as a structural plane? This plane are, perhaps you know, that is the are mainly formed by the upliftment of the a part from the sea floor or the continental shelf. They are located on the border of the almost of the major continent, and the structural planes also be formed by the subsidence areas. So due to the you can see the endogenic forces, okay, so these areas can be raised or the lowered, or this action called the upliftment or the subsidence respectively, and due to this fact this plane can be formed. So this is the tectonic form of the tectonic erosion, or tectonic upliftment. Sometimes the land surface moves up and sometimes land surface moves down. So due to this fact, this type of plains area formed. For example, if you can say the Russian platform, Great Plains of USA, Central Lowland of Australia. Okay, so these are considered as the structural plains. Next come to the another topic, that is perhaps you know, that is the depositional. So these are the plains formed due to the depositional of the various depositional process activity by the geomorphic agents. Geomorphic agents in the sense of the water, wind, glacier. Okay, all these geomorphic agents take a part in the depositional. When the plains are formed by the river deposit, they are called the riverine alluvial plains. Deposition of the sediments of the lake, that at that time it is called the lacustrine plains, lake, or Valley Kashmir, you can say the one of the example, Valley of Kashmir, it is an example of the lacustrine plains. Okay, and when plains are formed due to the glacier deposits, so that time it is called the glacier or the drift plains. So on the basis of deposition, that can be divided into 3. First one alluvial, second one lake plains, and third one the drift plains or the glacial plain. When the wind is, you can see the wind is a major agents to the deposition, those are called the loess. This loess type of plains can be found in wide, you can see the large number of areas in the China. Okay, so this we have to understand. In the case of this you can see the plains all be divided on the basis of alluvial plains. Alluvial plains can be deposit the, you can say there are formed by the gradual accumulation of the silt brought by the rivers. So rivers when come down from the upper slope to lower slope, due to the destructional activity of the river, that can deposit or erode or the transported a lots of sediments, and that deposited in the lower level, and that time it is called the alluvial. So alluvial, it can be divided into 2. Alluvial, this can be divided into 2 ways. One is Bhavar and another is Khadar. Okay, Bhavar, it is considered as the old alluvial plains, and Khadar is the new alluvial plains. Okay, and when there is, you can see the reverse flow on a plain area, so that can be spread as much as area, and due to this fact, what happens, a flat plains occurs over there. If you take the example of the depositional plain, somehow you know northern China, Indo-Gangetic plain, Mississippi plain are the example of the fertile alluvial plains. Okay, then you can say this delta plains. Sometimes you can see the triangular delta plains, that at the river, number of river, you can see the carried that sediments and deposited of the river area or the river mouth, and so that time it is called the river plains. Somehow you know there's the example of the Sundarban, okay, Mississippi, and this area is very fertile in the sketch. Okay, then another type of the plains can be discussed as the erosional plain. Erosional plain sometimes also called the glacier plain. Well, glacial, you can see the during the summer season that come to the steep slope to lower slope. So that time you can see that this type of due to the erosional process, one plains can be developed, so that is called the glacier plain or the erosional plain. Somehow you know that is the that's melts of the ice, and after that the depositional material can be deposited over there, and due to this fact, what happened, some of the features we can see over there. Okay, and you can see the erosional plains are formed by the continuous and long-term erosion of the uplands. Okay, it will take time longs, not a 1 year or 2 year story. It will take the 100 or 1,000 years to form a glacier or the erosional rainfall, the plains area. Then come to the place, the surface of the such plains are hardly smooth, and hence they are called the penny plains. So when these are the area, when become too much surface plain would be there, so that time it is called the penny plains. Okay, so they are the irregular surface and composition of the material differ from one area to another area. Okay, so these are the more or less 3 types of plains area. Then come to the some significance we have to discuss, because you can see the plains area played a vital role in our life. So in the fourth land of the country, host of the half of the, you can say that is the Indian population. So Indian population living in the plain area only. If you take example of the UP, Bihar, okay, Punjab, Haryana, Odisha, West Bengal, and Assam also, most of the people living in the plain area. So that's the main thing. Fertile alluvial soil, flat surface, slowing moving perennial rivers, and favorable climate for the intense agriculture. So fertile alluvial soil always give a priority to give the agriculture on your land, any type of, it may be the it may be the sugar cane, it may be the rice, it may be the wheat. Okay, all types of can be grow over there. Then come to the extensive use of the irrigation that has been Punjab, Haryana, Western UP. Okay, granaries, that is called the granary of India. Prairies is also called the, perhaps you notice, the granary of the world, and it is northern India, UP, Punjab, Haryana, and western part of UP, that is known as the granary of India. Entire plain except the desert, third desert, the close network to the roadways and railways. So this is very suitable to construct the roadways and railways plain area, and industrialization, large number of industrialization, urbanization occurred there. Cultural, what are the cultural tourism? So plains area, religious places, number of religious places you can found over the Ganga and Yamuna river, okay, for the Hindus, and they are flourish, you can say that the Indian Buddha and Mahavira and movements of the Bhakti Sufism. So these are the cultural area. If you take the example, again you all to discuss the economic significance, fertile soil that provide you, you can say the provide you large number of agriculture activities, and this area, you can say that generally this plains area is known as the food basket of the world. All the plains area located in the every part of every country. Okay, growth of industries we already discussed here, that growth of industry can be happened over there. Okay, so growth of industry is the basic agro-based industry, mineral-based industry, can be intense agriculture, that all can be set up over there on the plain area. Then come to, if you want to discuss the expansion of the means of transportation, we already discussed the transportation play a vital role, that roadways, airways, and railways, so all can be constructed over there. And centers of the civilization, most of the civilization, because in the many civilization that were set up in that area only. Setting up the cities and the towns, easy means of the transport on lands, and the growth of the agriculture and industries in the plains have been resulted the setting up and expansion of cities and towns. Okay, 80% of the world population who are living, 80% means our total population is more than 7 billion. So this population are living on the 80% among them living in the this area. Okay, so this much for today. Thank you for watching this video.